Okay, bye. Okay, impact of language. Have you ever had someone that didn't speak the same language as you and you couldn't communicate with them? The understanding of different languages can lead to miscommunication. Language is one of the most important impact in our world today. It's how we communicate with others. But learning other language is hard and takes time. I think it's good to learn a little bit of different languages. A little goes a long way. Not knowing each other's language can lead to miscommunication and not understanding each other. We can learn ways to communicate with someone if we can't speak their other language, or they may be hard of hearing, or maybe even deaf. Because we will eventually run into a situation like this if it's in the workplace or even at a grocery store. There are many ways that we can educate ourselves on how to communicate with coworkers, family, friends, and etc. Our language is what brings us together. For instance, we can learn ways to communicate with others that may not speak a same language as us or may be deaf. For example, we can talk slower so they can read our lips, or even using body language to try and communicate better. Also, learning how to communicate with others can help you out better in the workforce, or even if someone comes up to you and asks you a question. Learning how to improve communication is the best way to stay connected to others. Language is like our blood. It's what keeps us alive. Our language is a big imprint in our lives. It's how we communicate with others around us. By learning how to properly communicate with others is a big impact on how our society grows and reacts to certain situations. Having a conversation with someone isn't just communicating by language. It's also using our words. Our words that we use is how we express how we are feeling, or how to even show our emotions. By learning different languages, it could make a big difference when communicating with someone that speaks a different language than us. But just by knowing a few words can change the whole conversation. Ways we can improve our communication can lead to less lack of communication. There are many solutions to how we can communicate better. Oh my goodness. We can slow down, talk clear. Showing body language can also express something we may be talking about. I think that we need to start learning more languages, even though it can be tough. I can see how sometimes people say that if they speak a different language and they come to America, they should know our language, which I do agree on, because if I go to a different speaking country, I would need to learn their language. I guess it can be different if they have resorts though, because they know not everybody speaks the same language. Learning how to communicate with others is a big thing we do on the daily. Learning how to adjust to talk to someone that may have a disability or even a lisp can be hard to understand them. Taking steps to prevent miscommunication is to listen closely and pay attention to their lips to try and understand them better. It's easy to communicate to others if we are willing to adjust to a few things just to improve our communication. In conclusion, we have to remember that everyone communicates a different way. We just have to adjust to communicate to others that may not communicate the same as we do. My references, hold on one second, sorry. According to the information of, D. Clubberhouse, of speech, the impact of language, and according to the improving communication, developing effective communication skills as well.